Haya. Thank you so much. Kwa majina naitwa Jose 001 na mimi ndio the acting government spokesperson for ground. Kwa hivyo if at all anaitwa nani kijana Isaac Mwaura. If at all Isaac Mwaura angefutwa kazi pia, I would be eligible to apply for that particular job. Meanwhile, there's something happening countrywide ambapo ni dissolving of that cabinet. Na watu wanauliza why did the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, why was that office not dissolved? That's the biggest question everybody is asking. So as the acting government spokesperson, let me put it clear. The office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary was not dissolved. The office of the Deputy President was not also dissolved. So the office of the Attorney General was dissolved. And you know the Attorney General is the one, is the Chief Legal Advisor. So that office was dissolved. Meaning the category in that particular category of the President, the guys like David Ndii. So those are now the people. I think David Ndii should be the Attorney General now. But now let's get back to the elephant in the room, which is why was Mudavadi's office not dissolved? And there are people who are citing that they are citing unsubstantiated allegations that that particular office is not in the constitution. So let me remind you that it's only Mudavadi whose ideas and projects are in line with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. It's only Mudavadi. And Dr. William Samoei Ruto said that he is going to work with the people whose agendas and objectives are in line with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. So one of the persons whose agendas are in that line is the Prime Cabinet CS, Musalia Mudavadi. That's just point number one. Then point number two, there was this merger plan, of which the merger plan was even proposed by the Ministry of Education. Ile wakati kulikuwa na watu walikuwa na bebwa na maji. We had a flood crisis. So there was a proposal that the schools that had been affected by the floods merge, yani ziungane na hizo shule zingine, so that education can go on softly, seamlessly. But kuna watu walioppose kitu. That was just one step of the merger. The other step of the merger ilikuwa ni to reduce the number of constituencies, the number of constituencies, and also to reduce that's merger number 2. Then merger number 3 was also to reduce the counties. The merger number 3 was to add more 10 counties, I think. Yeah, so those were some of the mergers. Then the other biggest merger was the political party merger, where at this moment you see coalitions forming. Yeah. So that's the biggest merger, and Mudavadi is one of the biggest shareholder in this particular merger. So ukiangalia merger kina Kalonzo, wameungana na kina Jeremiah Koyoni, wameungana na Martha Karua. Then there's a coalition ya kina Eugene Wamalwa on that other side. Then Dr. William Samoei Ruto is also making his merger on this particular side. So if you check someone like Musalia Mudavadi was the first person in history, yeah, to ever hold the foreign affairs docket. So this guy has been interacting with people inside and outside the country. Uni Mutu, and is a very strategic, is a very crucial person in the government, in the Kenya Kwanza government. Mudavadi has been interacting with the professionals outside the countries, and he has also been interacting with the professionals inside the country. That's why you see Mudavadi and Raila Amolo Odinga wako hivi na hivi. Because Raila Amolo Odinga knows very well that the Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi is a very crucial tool in his campaign for the African Union chairmanship. Yeah? So Mudavadi is an asset for both Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto. So kuzidisha kabisa, Mudavadi was the first person to fold his party. Alivunja chama yake, akaingia kwa UDA, then the new UDA, the new party that is formed by people who have common ideologies. You get a common ideology. So Mudavadi's ideologies are in line with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, and the new UDA that is going to be formed, the new UDA coalition, it mostly comprises of the parties that have got a common ideology. So ukiangalia like my party now, the CUP, you know, CUP is a Chakula Union Party, and our objectives are very clear, very clear. And we said the objectives are what? Ensuring there is food security in all the 47 counties in this particular country. So if you check our objectives and the objectives of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, ziko sambamba. Hiyo ni kumaanisha sisi we are eligible again to get into the new UDA coalition, a party of development. So Mudavadi is an asset of development, and Dr. William Samoei Ruto may dissolve that particular cabinet because it seems that there are people there's incompetence in those particular whatever. So at the moment, saya machia kina nani? Sorry. Sai ameachia the permanent secretaries. The permanent secretaries are the one now in charge now. So the CS have been performing. Dr. William Samoei Ruto is going to do an audit of how they've been performing. Then it's called the evaluation. He's going to do the evaluation of how they've been performing. And if a CS has been performing well, someone like Chelugui, you know, Chelugui has been doing a very nice job, of which Chelugui is undisputed for that reason, of which I'm very sure that after evaluations, Chelugui is going to get back to his docket. So the other CS, there have to be an evaluation. We have to check how they've been doing their job. You know, you just can't be in an office, you're just counting numbers, counting days, waiting for the end man to come, then you get paid. No, we can't work that way. There must be a work framework. So you must show us that in the 21 months you've been in the office, what have you been doing? Yeah? And what are the impacts of what you've been doing? And how are your projects benefiting the people around? You see, those are the things we want. Someone like Soipan Tuya, you know, Rono is overworking. Soipan Tuya is also working very hard. No, she's an iron lady. She's a lady boss who is also working very hard, and the PS Rono is also working very hard. So, Madam Soipan Tuya was the former CS for environment, and Mr. Rono is the current PS for the environment. So I see Madam Soipan Tuya, the other time we requested for the what? We requested for the money to build the what? The riparian wall, so that we can see where the water reaches when it rains, so that we can start the development on this other side of the walls. But it was like our plea was neglected. So I think that's one of the things that is going to affect the evaluation process. But I hope you'll be among the best. Meanwhile, let me congratulate all the CSS who've been working hard until yesterday when they were dissolved. If you've been productive, the productivity will automatically come out. If you've not been doing anything, it will absolutely come out. So for the PS who have been given the baton now, the baton is in the hand of the PS now. So someone like Raymond Omolo was the PS for defense. At least now Duala is outside. You can now maintain matters of security inside and out, okay, within the country. And the PS for the Kindiki's PS should also ensure that he's doing a good job. So it's a time of trial now. We want to see, but on the sector of education, I think the PS was overworking more than the CS, because if I think the PS had borrowed some techniques from the late Bagoa. That's why he's been doing a very great job in the education sector. So it's called Belio Kipsang. Belio Kipsang, before the schools resumed, he held a meeting with all the principals and the headmasters of all the primary and secondary schools countrywide. So that's a big step in ensuring that the education sector is safe. So Mr. Belio Kipsang is doing a good job, of which if there's any form of promotion, I would recommend him to be the next CS of education. And then on the other side, if there are promotions for the people, for the common wananchi, the youth, I would like Dr. William Samoei Ruto at least to give me a docket in his ministry. I think the docket of which one? There are so many dockets I can deal with. To begin with, I can deal with this. If I become the PS of education, I'm going to ensure that that's when Bello Kipsang becomes the CS, then I become the PS now. I'll ensure that all the students who are currently in school get their quality education from the kindergarten to secondary, and I'll ensure that the majority get to university and colleges so that they can build on their future lives. Because in this generation, the only rescue for the future is education. So those are some of the implementations I'm going to put in the line of education, if at all I become the PS of education, so that maybe in future I can become the CS now. Yeah, if you evaluate what I'm doing. Yeah, thank you.